From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Bills Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Buffalo Bills. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, it's Allen. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Third and 2, Stafford. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Stafford. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a 1st quarter lead. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Panthers 7, Bills nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Allen. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Allen now on 1st down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Allen's throw is complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, doesn't it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Bills nothing. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Panthers 14, Bills nothing.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Lindsey. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matt Milano, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. What we got?
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. That is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Joey Sly lining up.
Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes.
Complete to Robert Foster. That's a gain of
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
And the Panther 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
40 yards to Mike. Watch the run.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
It's a gain of
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
A gain of 3.
As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this time he is in. Philip Lindsey. As the first half is winding down. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we bought for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. So they will go for it. Stafford taking a shot for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. On first down, Allen. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Second down and 8. Allen now looks to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On second and 9, Stafford winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Throwing is Stafford. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
At their own.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. They'll go again with Lindsey. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Bills, first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Bills 28, Panthers 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Brought down by Micah Hyde.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He checks it down here to Ellington. Now Ellington lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down. From the gun, Allen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
They just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From his own goal line, Stafford. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And taken right at the 35. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Gain of 2 brings up 3rd.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now it's Lindsey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
In your face.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
51
Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
54,
To throw is Allen. Flushed out right. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Buffalo Bills.
The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
The 26-yard line.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball.